Right now, something wild is happening in the K-pop universe, and nobody in Korea saw it coming. The Music Bank voting charts have flipped, global fan bases are panicking, and one name is suddenly towering over everyone else: SB19. Yes, a Filipino group is dominating one of Korea's most competitive music voting platforms in real time, shocking local fans, overwhelming the algorithm, and rewriting what global influence actually looks like. This isn't random luck. This is strategy, power, timing, and a fan base that refuses to lose. So here's the full breakdown of why SB19 is crushing Music Bank voting right now. Nobody expected to open Music Bank's voting charts this week and see that name sitting near the top. For Korean fans, it felt like a glitch. For international voters, it felt like a long overdue moment. But for A-tin, it was the beginning of a storm they had been preparing for quietly, patiently, and relentlessly. The spike in votes wasn't gradual. It was explosive. 1 hour the charts looked normal. The next, SB19 was climbing faster than most K-pop groups do during comeback week. Korean fandoms started asking, who is SB19 and where are all these votes coming from? This moment is bigger than a chart spike. Historically, Music Bank has been dominated by Korean acts, with global groups occasionally denting the numbers. But SB19 isn't just denting the rankings. They're cracking the old belief that only Korea's homegrown fandom machinery can dominate Korean platforms. The narrative is shifting from regional P-pop leaders to full-scale global competitors. SB19's rise is proving that the industry's borders no longer dictate influence. Their surge isn't an accident. It's a blueprint in real time, showing how talent, timing, and a united international fan base can challenge tradition and win. SB19 didn't stumble into this momentum. They engineered it. Every recent release, fan event, live clip, and trending moment unintentionally synced into the exact rhythm needed to dominate Music Bank's current algorithm. The timing lined up perfectly. Fresh performances, revived interest on TikTok, new fans discovering their vocals, and A-tin already organized for year-end voting season. It created a wave before anyone noticed the water rising. Music Bank's algorithm isn't just about fan votes. It weighs digital performance, global engagement, and active voting velocity. SB19 hit all three at once. Their content was peaking, their fandom was synchronized, and their international presence was hitting a new high. That combination pushed their votes into overdrive. Timing often beats pure popularity, and SB19 proved it. The exact moment the Philippines activated, thousands of voters across social media reminding each other of deadlines and goals, the charts shifted dramatically. Other fandoms weren't prepared. They weren't in comeback mode, they weren't mobilized, and they underestimated how quickly A-tin could escalate operations. By the time rivals realized what was happening, SB19's momentum was already locked in. This wasn't luck. This was a perfectly executed surge at the perfect time. If there's one thing the K-pop world is learning fast, it's that A-tin doesn't operate like a casual fandom. They operate like a coordinated task force. Behind SB19's Music Bank surge is a hyper-organized system built from years of experience competing against bigger, better-funded, and more algorithm-savvy groups. A-tin trains new voters with step-by-step tutorials, conducts daily check-ins, assigns voting schedules, and micromanages every vote through spreadsheets, trackers, and real-time monitoring teams. Nothing is random. Nothing is wasted. Every fan knows exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to maximize every tap. While many K-pop fandoms rely on massive numbers, A-tin relies on precision. They don't just vote, they strategize. They analyze reset times, study point conversions, and adjust tactics instantly when algorithms shift. This zero-waste voting method ensures no vote is thrown away unnecessarily, turning even a smaller fan base into a powerhouse. Compared to traditional fandom systems where chaos often overrides efficiency, A-tin's structure is shockingly disciplined. It's the reason they're outperforming groups with double or triple the follower count. 18 isn't just loud, they're organized, relentless, and united. That level of coordination is why SB19 is ripping through the music bank charts right now. SB19's dominance isn't coming from one country, it's coming from a worldwide voting wave that most fandoms simply cannot match. When the Philippines votes, Southeast Asia votes with them. When C moves, the Middle East follows. When the Middle East activates, Latin America jumps in. This chain reaction creates a 24/7 voting cycle that practically never sleeps. It's a global relay race, and SB19 is the team everybody is pushing across the finish line. Social media metrics tell the story clearly. Engagement spikes on X, TikTok, and Facebook are happening at the exact same time. Music Bank voting surges, showing a perfectly aligned fan response. Music Bank heavily factors in international activity, something SB19 currently excels in. Their reach isn't limited to P-pop fans. They have Filipino diaspora communities in the US, Canada, Europe, the Middle East, and Asia, who all join the push simultaneously. This isn't hype, this is math. When you combine a high-density home fandom with a massive global diaspora and an active international fan base, you create a statistical advantage that, even for bigger K-pop groups, is difficult to counter. SB19 isn't just trending, they're overpowering the system through sheer worldwide engagement. When SB19 suddenly started appearing at the top of Music Bank's voting charts, Korean netizens reacted exactly the way anyone would when an unfamiliar name breaks into a historically closed system. Shock, confusion, and immediate curiosity. Comments ranged from, "Who are they?" to, "Why are they moving so fast?" to, "Is this the group Filipinos always talk about?" The surge forced Korean fans to look them up, and with every new clip shared, the confusion slowly shifted into respect. Korean media soon followed. Small entertainment pages started posting chart updates. Reaction channels on YouTube began pulling SB19 performances, and the tone was surprisingly positive. Korea has always respected one thing more than anything else: power. Not celebrity power, but voting power. The kind that proves a fandom is alive, organized, and capable of shaking rankings. And 18 just proved they're exactly that. What makes this moment different is that SB19's entry into Korean conversation wasn't manufactured by a label, a PR stunt, or a paid promotion. It was organic. Korea didn't discover SB19 because someone pushed them. Korea discovered SB19 because the charts forced them to look. And once they started watching, they didn't look away. In Korea, skill isn't optional. It's the baseline expectation. And this is exactly where SB19 is catching Korean audiences off guard. The more clips that circulate, the more Koreans realize SB19's precision in dance, vocal stability, harmonization, and stage discipline rivals the professionalism of top-tier K-pop groups. No shortcuts, no messy live vocals, no uneven formations. Everything is clean, sharp, and undeniably trained. Viral clips on TikTok and YouTube have Korean users commenting things like, "Their synchronization is crazy," "They sing live this well," and the classic Korean compliment, "They're legit." Those reactions matter. Koreans don't care about nationality if the performance is strong. Quality speaks louder than origins. Comparisons to K-pop groups aren't an insult. They're the highest form of acknowledgement. And SB19 is consistently being praised for matching or even exceeding the energy, stamina, and consistency expected from Korean idols. This unexpected quality factor is exploding curiosity, turning skeptics into impressed viewers. Koreans value skill over hype, technique over trend, execution over image. SB19 delivers on all three. That's why the deeper Korea looks, the more seriously they're taking this group. Not just as foreign artists, but as legitimate competitors on their own turf. For years, the Asian music scene revolved almost entirely around Korea, its industry, its charts, its idols, its standards. But that era is ending, and SB19's rise on Music Bank is one of the clearest signs of this shift. P-pop, J-pop, T-pop, C-pop, and independent Asian acts have been climbing regional charts, building massive fan bases, and proving that talent doesn't need to be Korean to be globally competitive. SB19 sits at the front of this movement, breaking through systems once believed to be impenetrable. The Korean industry is slowly, reluctantly, acknowledging this. Producers have begun commenting on P-pop growth. Korean reaction channels, normally selective about foreign acts, are regularly praising SB19's training and precision. This isn't nationalism fading, it's recognition rising. Music Bank voting has become the perfect symbol of this cultural shift. It's not just a weekly ranking, it's a battlefield where international influence is visible in real time. And SB19's success signals that Asia's musical landscape is expanding beyond one country's borders. Talent, skill, and fan dedication are becoming the new currencies of success, not nationality. The new reality is simple. Asia is no longer a one-center industry. SB19 didn't just enter the conversation, they helped rewrite the map. Behind every clean spike in the Music Bank ranking is a chaotic war fans never see on the surface. Rival fandoms feel the pressure when a new contender rises, and the moment SB19 surged, the tension was immediate. Vote dumping hours suddenly intensified, groups attempted coordinated blocking periods, and counter strategies were launched to slow A-Tin's momentum. The competition quietly escalated. Then came the technical battles. App lags, server congestion, crashes during peak voting hours. These weren't coincidences. They were symptoms of thousands of fans hitting the system simultaneously. And through it all, SB19 maintained the upper hand. Why? Because A-Tin was already operating like a trained battalion. They mobilized backup accounts, redistributed voting shifts, and countered every strategy thrown at them within minutes. There's also the psychological factor. When a group starts winning, people expect them to keep winning. Momentum becomes a weapon. SB19's rising placement intimidated rivals and energized undecided voters who love supporting the underdog-turned-contender story. In these silent chart battles, strength isn't measured in followers. It's measured in endurance, coordination, and pressure resistance. And right now, no one is matching SB19's consistency. The fan wars only made one truth clearer. SB19 isn't just competing, they're overpowering. SB19's dominance on Music Bank didn't happen in isolation. It was amplified by a media wildfire spreading across TikTok, X, and YouTube. Every time a voting milestone was hit, a new clip trended. Every time someone doubted the numbers, a fresh edit went viral. TikTok challenges, fan cams, vocal compilations, dance breakdowns, A-Tin weaponized all of it. And the algorithm rewarded them. Korean reactors added unexpected fuel. Reaction channels with thousands of local viewers began reviewing SB19's performances, praising their synchronization, technique, and live vocals. This boosted exposure in Korea far beyond what traditional marketing could have achieved. SB19 wasn't just trending, they were circulating, reaching people who had zero context, but instantly became curious. Fan-made edits played a crucial role too. Different demographics, casual listeners, dancers, vocalists, older audiences, were exposed to SB19 through highly tailored content crafted by fans who understand exactly what catches attention. And once a clip hits even mild virality, neutral viewers start participating, not out of loyalty, but out of momentum. This is why narrative power is as important as raw numbers. Once a group becomes the story, people naturally want to be part of it. SB19 didn't just go viral, they became the plot twist the internet rallied behind. The long-term impact on P-pop would be massive. A win signals that talent from the Philippines isn't just regional, it's export-ready, market-ready, and globally influential. It would cement SB19 as trailblazers, opening the door for more Filipino and Asian acts to break traditional boundaries. And the truth is simple. This feels like just the beginning. SB19 isn't peaking, they're rising, and the world is finally watching.